Hi viewers, how are you doing? Happy 2021. I hope you're all well. I hope you're doing good. I hope we all crossed over well. Despite 2020 to be a very difficult year, we thank God that we are still alive. By His grace, we have survived, and we are grateful for the breath of life and good health. I want to take this opportunity to first thank all of my fans, all of my viewers. Thank you so much. We are at 380, and I pray that in the coming months we'll hit the 1k likes, subscription, and the views are very high. I really appreciate the fact that I'm reaching out to so many people out there, and it's such a blessing that I've been getting messages of like I've been inspired, like giving me strength to soldier on and stuff, and it really humbles me. So, as we're starting the year, what are we purposing to do, especially health wise, especially for the people living with HIV? Those who have given up on life, those who thought like it's the end of the road, I hope you're really purposing to just, dust yourself off and wake up and say, this is my year. I'm gonna wake up, I am gonna shake it off, and I'm gonna, start all over. I'm gonna take my medication. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to shed all the bitterness and just start all over fresh. Guys, I like my kind of activism is like my story. I do it different from other people. Reason is it's easier for people to get it. It's through your experience. So guys, some time back I used to be a very bitter person. Like I had a very I keep on saying I had a very troubled childhood, and I was a very bitter human being. And because of carrying so much bitterness, for those who know me, I could ruffle feathers with anyone. Something small would really make me get pissed off. And I realized when I turned positive is I need to offload and forgive. Forgiveness is not about forgetting what people have done to you. It's about letting go and letting God take control. When you have carrying so much baggage, it actually weighs you down health wise, mental wise. Ebu imagine umesamehea kila mtu, unalalanga tu kama me. By the way, I sleep like an angel. I'm not saying that I don't have, I don't quarrel with people. It's not like there are people who've like not done any bad things to me, but you know what? It hurts, but I pray for God's grace. I allow it to go off, and I focus on me because my health is my priority. When you're a person living with HIV, your health is your personal responsibility. It's your number one priority. The reason you see me, you see the way I'm healthy and glowing excessively. It's because I have zero baggage in my heart. I have zero bitterness, even with whoever infected me. It might sound like, is this chick for real? But again, if you're still bitter, are you going to change your status? Hell no, you're still positive. What is the best thing that you can do to someone who infected you? Show them it's not the end of the road. It's not over till God says so. So you know what, guys? If you're out there and you're feeling like, man, this person destroyed my life, it's the end. Funny enough, it's not the end. God can change any situation for the better. It's about taking a risk and a step of faith and saying, you know what, devil, I'm not going to let you bring me down. With God, I am a conqueror. So people living with HIV, lots of love from me, lots of hugs from me. Kindly, kindly, kindly let it go. Purpose to let it go as we start the year. Usikuwa ulivuka na any baggage ya 2020, any bitterness, any grudge to this year, because the wrong thing about it is unaona umevuka na mwaka na mambo mingi, sasa inakurudisha. It's actually derailing you. So there's nothing constructive you're going to do with your life. You're lagging behind. Your heart is dark. It's draining you. So please, let's forgive. That does not necessarily mean we forget. Let's forgive. Let's clear our hearts so that we can focus on living a very healthy, good life, a happy life. By the way, Me sinanga stress. I know, I guess at times I get overwhelmed because, like, people call you and they give you stories that really touch you, and sometimes they outweigh you and you're down, but after a day I'm back to the normal. So I go through, you might look at me and you think, this chick doesn't go through anything. Like, how? Guys, it's just because we don't see it. I go through the same issues as everyone, financially, job wise, relationship wise, and everything. But I choose to be positive about life. I choose to be happy. Every situation that comes through my way, I change it for the better, positively. That is how life should be looked at. So, let me share kidogo story about relationship issues. I'm sure there are people who are like, nimejaribu niko a person living with HIV, and like, wow, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. Both genders. Kuna wale wenye nimesema wako very bitter. They don't want to move on. They want zile za, ndakufa na wengine. Ukufi na wengine, unakufa pia wewe. Because I keep on asking you guys questions. Huyu mtu anakubali kulala na wewe ukifikiria ako negative. And they're not using protection and they're very comfortable with you. How many people are they comfortable with? How exposed are they? Have you ever asked yourself those questions? So while you're thinking you're destroying somebody else's life, you're literally draining yourself down. You'll get other opportunistic infections because this person doesn't know even if they are infected or not, he or she, that is. So let's first really embrace ourselves. Can we say this year, as people living with HIV, we are facing the world and telling the world, you know what? I don't care what you think about us. All I know, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And HIV is just a condition like any other. People fall from a bathroom falls and they die. People have accidents, God forbid, and they die. People collapse with high blood pressure and they die. People die of diabetes. People die of cancer. People just get a minor headache and die. Death is inevitable. But the thing is, the fact that HIV AIDS, you can take your medication, look this healthy, be happy. Hey, let me give you guys a story. I go out and I normally go out to like fanya machoma or kawain kidogo with my friends. And some of my friends because everybody knows about my status in my circle. And most of my friends are guys who are literally katia me in the first place. And then I tell them, you know what? And you know me, I'm point blank. I'm not telling you to do this, but this is me because I've freed myself from stigma. I'm like, now you guys, sasa umenikatia, are you ready to take a result? Do you know I'm like this? And most of the time nasikia mtu anakuambia, Allah, like how? It's a lie. You're just doing this to push me off and stuff. So what does that tell you? If we can be this healthy and be this responsible, we'll conquer the world. We will show people out there that it is not a big deal. As much as we are fighting stigma saying, oh, the world does not accept us, oh, sijui, unajua that iyo woga. That feeling that you're already scared about who you are and what is ahead of you. You've literally subjected yourself to the world there. You'll only attract that fear and misery. But if you're strong and you can conquer and you can face people and tell them, you know what? I am who I am, and I am not ashamed, and I am not afraid of it, and I am a happy soul, and I am living positively. For those who don't want to tell people, just be courageous enough to forget about the fear. Get rid of the fear and be happy, and people outside there will be like, you mean now watu wanakuanga hivyo. And shockingly guys, when you think the most educated people are the ones who know about HIV, shock on you. Most of the people I've met, very educated. But you know what? They know nothing about HIV/AIDS. They'll be like, you mean it's like that? You mean? So tell us about, everything. And I'm like, actually, I reached my undetectable level at 6 months. I've been undetectable all along. I'm sexually responsible. And, when you're undetectable, you cannot even infect the other person. And they're like, oh my God, So, I mean, we need, as activists, first, we need to, as much as the government is doing their part, we are the real victims. We are the witnesses to this. Can we get out there and start telling people, you know what? It is normal. It is not a big deal. Let's get rid of pity party. I'm HIV. I need to be loved. No. I am HIV positive and I love myself and I don't care what other people think or do about me because they do not define me. Like I, Wairimu, I define myself. They don't define me. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up knowing I live for me. I have to take my medication. I have to eat well. I have to be happy. Sorry. I have to get rid of stress so that it doesn't weigh me down. Because I'm telling you guys, the same people who are cheering me now, if by mistake I lose it and I go back to where I was, they'll be like, oh, you mean kumbe hata wanakuanga hivyo. So it is us, we attract what we are. Can we, before we fight stigma in other people, can we fight the fear within us? Can we fight whatever that we are scared of? There is no death. HIV doesn't kill. AIDS kills. And by the time you reach AIDS, guys, not unless you refuse to take your medication. And those who are on HIV level are the ones who maybe they have been diagnosed. And if, I was almost at full blown, I recovered fully. So imagine it's not a big deal. It's determination, self-love, self-acceptance. I keep on saying, love, 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 love yourself. So anyway, back to the story of relationships. Where, me, I'm a very point-blank person and sharing my story, the Kikuyu in me sharing my story and would be easier for people to relate. I don't want to pretend that I'm perfect, that I'm having a perfect life. I'm a normal human being like any other. Relationships have been very cumbersome for me because first, age-wise, like we all have preferences. Personally, my preference is 40 plus, 42, 45 plus, because this year I'm turning 40. And I have personal reasons for that. And I would kindly like people to respect that, And then there's the issue of, as I said, even both gender HIV, people living with AIDS. There are those who are like, Nime give up, it's the end of the world, so I just want to joyride and enjoy life. After all, niko na ukimwi. Nani alikwambia inaua? We are living for so long, we need to value ourselves. So you can imagine unapatana na msee and kidogo you realize, oops, maybe he wants to hit. So you take yourself back and you're like, hey, okay. So it's been challenging, guys, but that does not make me give up. That was 2020. I don't know what 2021 has in store for me. And I'm in full gears, my friends, because I know this is the year that God has planned for good things in my life, and have faith in that. I know we have different kind of faiths, but I keep on telling people, put God first in your life. When I was at my lowest crying and I thought that I'd given up, I used to cry, sleep on the floor and call on God to help me out. And guys, he restored me. He gave me a renewed strength. So whichever religion you are, just cry out to your God and tell them to give you strength. It's important. For those who've given up hope, it's not over till God says it's over. So, and then for those who feel like they need somebody to talk to, I keep on saying, reach out to me. Flash me, text me. I'll call you back. I'll email you back. I'll text you back. I'll WhatsApp back. I don't mind. For those who feel like they genuinely don't have food and they're taking medication, kindly reach out. We can, look for organizations that we connect you with, organizations that provide food. But as long as we need to like evaluate and, get to know if it's a real genuine issue. So I just want to say, don't feel like you're alone. We are many. We are so many. We are living positively and happy. And we are here to tell you, keep it on, keep it strong, love yourself. For the negatives, kindly, our bus is full, as I keep on saying. Tupapazi mwaka, we test and test and test. Let's go and test so that we know our status. Tusipime watu na macho jamani. Mimi kama dawa kwangu, I've always loved taking medication. That's why I've never had an issue. But there's those people who just see those kind, even if it's one tablet, you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. So you can imagine, it's not as easy. It's not easy for everyone, even if it's easy for me and some of us. So you don't want to be here. I mean, for the rest of your life, unajua unakunywa dawa. Let's purpose on testing. Be responsible. For the married people, have a responsible sexual life. For even the ones dating, have a responsible sexual life. Don't repeat the same mistakes that we did and we had to learn it the hard way, And I just want to tell you guys, just be responsible. It doesn't cost anything. Just look at me and realize, if I'm a bad person, I'll walk out there and start spreading. I mean, we are healthy. So what I'm just trying to tell you, do not judge people from their looks, from how fat they are. Just make sure you test, be responsible. I love you guys. Continue reaching out, continue sharing my YouTube channel, continue subscribing. Continue reaching out, whether positive or negative. You have a question to ask me, continue reaching out. My email is on my YouTube channel. Everything is listed down there. On my Facebook, you can reach out on my Instagram. Just share, and let's reduce the rate of infection. Love you so much. God bless you. Till next time. Mwah.